Garry, obviously disappointed with the loss, but you must be happy with the improved effort.
Yeah, I mean, the loss is certainly disappointing, no doubt. Again, a bit like last week when we went to Tassie, we tried to set up to be able to play a competitive style of footy and try and win the game. West Coast had won 2 out of the previous 5, so we thought we were in chance. Yeah, on one hand, that was disappointing, but the effort, yeah, it's certainly there, and they never gave up. And although it ebbed and flowed throughout the game, there was still some stuff to like.
Skill areas continue to be a bit of a problem for the side. Does it take a pre-season just to get those sort of things sorted out?
Yeah, it's a bit of care with the footy that we need, no doubt. We need to be a lot more careful, you know, when we win back the ball, and sometimes when you turn the ball over through the middle part of the ground, and also our efficiency going inside, 50 wasn't great. We tended to just kick the ball on the forwards' heads, and Glass, Schofield had a real outstanding patch there for a while, and then what we're able to do at halftime was just to make sure that the players had a bit more care inside 50 and really tried to get the forwards leading a bit more rather than sort of sitting back on their men. So I mean, full credit to West Coast, they defended really well through that period when we were entering our 50, but we've still got to be a lot more poised and have a lot more care through the middle part of the ground, and also when we go inside our 50.
Garry, when did you decide to take the team over to the outer side for 3/4 time?
It was purely off the cuff. I just thought that our supporters, I could just feel like there was a good vibe. Our players had sort of got back into about 5 goals, and I just thought that our supporters who continue to turn out week in and week out just deserve the boys to get over there. I felt there was a bit of noise and a bit of excitement around, so I just tried to use that. I've watched Port. When I was playing years ago, I used to see Choco take him over there and get a response. So I felt it was the right time for the players to go over there and for our supporters to get right behind them.
Did you make it a big appeal for next week against Brisbane?
Sorry?
Would you be making a big appeal for supporters to come out for that next week?
Yeah, absolutely. We want everybody coming to the game. I think that there's a couple of positives that came out of last week for 2 quarters, and again today, although we won 1 quarter, you can still see that the boys are having really strong effort, and we're moving the ball a little bit better. We've just got to keep tidying up the skills and keep trying to take a bit more care once we go inside 50.
Well, was it encouraging that you were able to take a final side out of their sort of structure a little bit in that 3rd quarter?
Yeah, well, the 2nd quarter they played the way they wanted to play. They started to win the ball around the ground, hit-ups, hit-outs, and around the ball-ups, and also from centre bounce. So we got a little bit loose in the 2nd quarter when they really came at us with a massive press. They're very good at it. But I think our players, towards the back end of the 2nd quarter, just started to use the ball a lot better. We outmarked them, so our uncontested marks was a lot better. So that means you're using the ball a lot better through the middle part of the ground. So I reckon we just steadied the tide there a little bit, but unfortunately it wasn't transferring on the scoreboard.
What's the thinking behind shifting David Broden into the fans' board?
Well, it's an opportunity that you give young to play through the middle part of the ground. Broadbent, Brad Ebert, players like that. But it's also, like I said right from the start, taking over was an opportunity to have some positional change, to sort of freshen some guys up and give them different tasks. Westy on the wing, I guess our supporters want to see him forward, but I thought he did some great stuff on the wing. He helps your ball movement, and I thought David Roden today defended pretty well, and his ability when he gets the ball to be able to bounce and carry and run and hit up short targets. I thought that he was quite good in regards to that for us.
How about the injuries, Moore and Stewart?
Yeah, they're obviously Stewart gets a concussion a week, which is we've got to start to look at him, but he just needs just keep going at it, and unfortunately he got another whack today. There's an accident occurred, just was bending over for the ball, and there was a bit of a collision with his head, so we'll just assess him during the week. Brett Ebo got the cut mouth, that was okay, and Maury, I think at the moment we just need to assess him. It looks like a hamstring, but we'll get all the scans and assess it tomorrow going forward. But at this stage, it doesn't look great, but things can improve during the week.
How are you going to go for numbers in the last couple of rounds? I mean, you've got a lot of injuries now, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been challenged, with our injuries over the last month. But again, with that creates opportunity. So Boak's out. We get Hamish Hartlett in 2 weeks' time. Logan missed today, so Salopek played quite well for Port Maggie's yesterday against the Eagles. So we've still got people, and like I said, the opportunity is there for players if they want to come to training every day and work hard. They'll get a spot.
Will Bob be back next week?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
In the record today, where's his future at? Have you got any latest update on him at all?
I haven't. I think it's just the same line as that he'll make that decision when he's ready. There was a great meeting during the week that he had with Peter Rode and his management. So, again, I just go back to what I see week to week. He's there early. He watches vision with Broady. He shares information with all the mids. He's trains as hard as he can. I see some real promise, and we're certainly working as hard as we can to keep him.
So you're pretty confident in the end you'll sign your blokes? Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
In the record today, there's been a bit made today. In the record today, his pen pick, he said, what's his favourite holiday destination in SA? And he said the airport. Did we make anything of that at all, or was that just a throwaway line?
I think it's just Travis trying to have a bit of fun, I think. So I can't say much into it.
What are a couple of games in, are you any closer to feeling how you might be with them crack at this gig or not?
The job's challenging, so again, I'll just say that in the 4 weeks' time, I'll make that decision. It's been tough the last couple of weeks. I enjoy getting the boys up every week to play a style of footy that I think's competitive, and we've got a chance to win. So I won't say I've enjoyed it. It's been a really hard challenge.
Matthew, the attitude of the players today, was it any different compared with recent weeks?
We just wanted to show effort and character, and in the end our skills hurt us, but I think our effort can't be questioned today, and we brought it for most of the game, even though in the first half they sort of got away from us a little bit, which hurt us.
Are the players hurting because of that you're wanting to achieve something that you haven't been able to?
Yeah, absolutely. We understand we've got 2 weeks left in the season to get something out of it, and we're really looking forward to finishing the season on a strong note.
What have you learned about your teammates from this week and last week against Hawthorn?
I think we've really come together and unified as one over the last couple of weeks. It's obviously been a pretty tough time, but we're sticking strong together, and that's important as we go forward.
Garry, what do you say to your fans? It was a record low crowd today. You've got one home game next week, obviously against the Brisbane Lions. What do you say to your fans?
Oh, we just need them to come out and really show support, and I think there's been some really good signs, the last couple of weeks. We just need you out there supporting the boys, and although there was a low crowd today, you could still feel there was a fair amount of excitement. They like the way that we played, and they like what they're seeing. So, next week's an opportunity against Brisbane, who had a really good game against the Crows, to come out and make sure that they get out and really support the boys and get behind them, because as Broady said, that the boys are sticking together themselves. During the week they're spending a lot of time together, and we just hope the fans can see that and can get out and really support us next week.
Broady, the current out of bounds interpretation, though, is that confusing you guys as players?
Not really. I mean, footy's changing. They want the ball in quicker, and you've just got to work harder and get over there quicker, I suppose.
Are you modifying your mindset at all with that, or is it?
Not really. It's just getting over there earlier for the throw-ins and that sort of thing.
No, with the deliberate out of bounds.
Oh, deliberate.
Free kicks being paid. Are you a little bit confused as a player, more of them being paid each week?
I'm not too sure. I mean, if it's paid, and you get on with things.
The umpires do a great job. The boundary line's tough. It's tough. And also the central umpires, they've got a fair bit going on. So, at times you just got to, if it's out of bounds, it's out of bounds. You just got to learn to defend and defend better off that. They do a marvellous job. They do it week in, week out. It's tough. Some decisions are going to go your way, and some don't go your way. So you just need to get on and understand they've got a job to do, and they do it really well. And we just got to concentrate on making sure that we're a bit more switched on, and hide the fact that we might want to go out of bounds. But look, it's happening right across the board. It's just a little thing I think that people are picking up at the moment. It just happens. More pressure on players when they win the ball. There's more people in your face, so people looking for outs, in regards to trying to kick the ball at the boundary line. So we just got to get better at that. They do a fantastic job.
You've been here for a while now in your assistant coaching role. The list, how do you rate the list moving forward, and how many changes have you made at the end of the season?
Unfortunately, I can't give you any comment on that, because my charter's the next couple of weeks. So You know, we've got an exciting list, you know, and there's always going to be change at the end of the year. So that'll be for the new coach and Jason Cripps, the list manager, to be able to assess. So at the moment, you know, we're a little bit inconsistent with our style of play, but you know, that'll be done at the end of the year. I wouldn't suggest that I'd be saying who's here and who's not. Won't be my decision.
Thanks, Garry.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Well,